Hello, my name is Allison Carmen. Welcome to my podcast, 10 Minutes to Less Suffering. And the name of today's podcast is How Can We Change Our Lives? And I know this sounds like a very broad topic, but people often come to me to discuss times in their lives where they feel that they're stuck. They feel that they don't know how to start again. They don't know how to find a new job. They don't know how to change their careers. They don't know how to make new friends. And they just can't possibly see life can change. I think we don't realize that the reason we see this is because we think our lives are certain. If you're in the moment and you can't imagine your life changing, you believe everything is certain around you. And we think the uncertainty of the future will only lead to bad things. And that's why we can't see our life changing. But the truth is, every single breath, every single moment in your life is new. There's a part of us that is connected to what's to come. It's not a fear. It's not a clear thought. It's what we seek. It's a vision. It's a dream. It's an inkling about something, someplace we want to go, somebody we want to meet, something we want to do. And if we quiet ourselves down enough, we can feel that. We can feel that beyond the thought, beyond the feeling, beyond the fear. If we sit quiet enough, there's a part of us that knows. But the problem is that we don't understand how to create it. So we believe it's not ours. We believe it's something we can't hold because we have no idea how it's going to happen. And I so get this. There are so many times in my life that I've had this almost like little voice, a little knowing. And I'll think about it and it makes no sense to me. And yet now I know that I am connecting to something out in the universe, whether it exists today or it'll exist in 10 years. I know it's real. And I sit with it. And sometimes I try to think about it. I try to write about it. But sometimes I also just have to let it permeate and grow. And I think I've told this story before, but I remember, it must have been 20 years ago, I was going to a charity event and it was raining outside, pouring. And I was in Union Square and I ran into Barnes & Noble to seek cover. And I went into the self-help section and I just had this feeling. I was like, I'd like to write a book one day, a self-help book. Now, I was already interested in health and nutrition and spirituality, but I was not a writer. I was not an author, but I just had a feeling I would like this. But it was more like a connection. And I left that day and I didn't think about it again for a couple of years. And then one day I'm at a lunch and some guy throws his card at me and he says, when you're ready to write your first book, call me. Now, I was not a writer. I had no idea what that meant. And I sat and I started writing a book about maybe. And I've told the story before. He ended up not publishing my book, but it was just like one thing after another that I would get little signs and signals about an idea. I had a book that I wrote 10 years ago and it finally got published. It's just, we have to believe it's real and we have to know that what we are seeking is also seeking us. Life does not change overnight. Yes, sometimes you have an event that propels you into a new life. It knocks you into a new life. But often changes are slow and they're quiet and dreams build over time. And sometimes it could happen in an afternoon. But you have the power to change your life. These thoughts you have, these dreams you have, these desires you have, you are worthy of them and they are real. And you could think about them and you could work on them. But the one thing is, don't become impatient with it. Be a maybe about it. Know that the future is unknown. Know that because it's unknown, there's an infinite field for you. An infinite field to change your life. It could be a long road going back to school. It could be going to mixers and meeting people for 3 years until you get that job. It could take a really long time. But it doesn't mean it's not real and it doesn't mean it's not true. You know, the pain of life is not really that we don't achieve our goals. The pain is believing that we can't. The pain is feeling that life is against us and the moment is wrong. But when we see life is for us, when we see that the moment is new, we can get excited. We can connect with our heart. We can live in the glory of everything that is and everything that will be. So trust those gut feelings. Trust those visions. Know that it's real and know that you are worthy of it. And don't let time fool you. We are not in charge of time. Life has its own rhythm. It's almost like when you're jumping rope, there's a rhythm, and it's our job to stay in the rhythm of things. And sometimes it'll go quickly and sometimes it'll slow down. And that's just the way life is. But the more you can see where life is going and not resist it, and know that what you seek is seeking you, and know that your dreams are real, you eventually will find your way. And sometimes dreams change and sometimes things take new turns, but you are always on the playing field because you are not giving up the vision for your life. We give up the vision because we're afraid. We give up the vision because we don't believe we have what it takes. And we give up the vision because we look at life and we're like, this is not happening. But you have no idea what's happening. You have no idea what seed is beneath the ground that will sprout one day. Just stay in maybe. Don't let anyone tell you you are not okay. Don't let anyone tell you your dream's not real, because it is. You believe your truth. You believe your knowing. And I promise you that the world of uncertainty has possibilities that connect to every thought that you have today. Nothing is too small. Nothing is too big. You got this. Trust yourself, trust your instinct, and trust the unknown. Know it is your best friend, because if you want your life to change, it has to happen in the unknown future. And when you get stuck and you get afraid and you think to yourself, this is never going to happen, you use that maybe practice. It has been by my side every day. And if someone looks at my life and they say, Allison, how do you do it? How do you do all these things? How do you write articles? How do you have a job? How do you write books? It's because I believe in maybe. I believe in every dream that I have. And I don't believe things are impossible because I know I can't know. So I trust what I feel and I trust my dreams and I go out and I get them. And does everything happen? No. But it's one after the other and I just keep moving. And if you need a little help, write down your biggest fears. I'm so afraid my dream will never happen. I'm so afraid I'll never fall in love. I'm so afraid I will never get past this hurt that I'm feeling. And then you ask yourself, are you absolutely certain these thoughts are true for your future? And the beauty of life is you cannot be certain of anything. And that means life's going to change and your life's going to change. And then use the maybe practice to support it. Maybe my dreams are real. Maybe I will meet somebody. Maybe this feeling will pass. Maybe there's something left for me to experience in this moment. Maybe I need to be patient. Maybe I'm not out of time. And because you realize life has maybe, you realize there's still breath in that dream. There's still space for the life you dream of, no matter what age you are at. Don't let anyone steal your dreams or the love that you have for yourself. It is all there for you. Life is for you, and every moment is new. So I hope whatever dream you're holding, I hope you let it grow within you, and I hope you allow it to be expressed in the outside world. And for all you know, maybe the best is yet to come. Thank you for listening to this podcast today. If you'd like to get in touch with me, you could email me at allison@allisoncarmen.com. If you'd like to buy my books, The Gift of Maybe, A Year Without Men, Maybe Everything's Okay, A Parent's Guide to Less Stress and Worry, you could buy them at all major bookstores and online retailers. If you'd like to buy my Maybe cards or my Maybe digital journal, they're available on my Stan store and on Etsy. But most of all, if you like this podcast, I hope you subscribe and leave a comment.